Rob,
morning.
You've come back to training with the youth team this week from an injury. How did you sustain it and what have you done?
Well, at first we had a game against Oldham in the Youth Cup, and after the game I couldn't feel anything, but the next morning I felt my hip and I was really struggling to walk, and couldn't get up and down stairs and stuff like that, so I phoned Walshy and just said he'll have a look at it the next day. And then he said try and train on it, and I trained on it. It was really painful, and he said he'll assess it again, and then he found out that I've just strained my hip flexor, and he said it can be quite like a lengthy period out for your hip flexor.
Yeah. So how do you think it happened?
I honestly don't know how it happened. Just after the game and the next morning.
Did you feel it in the game?
No, I didn't feel it at all. It's just the next morning I was struggling to walk.
So it happened at the FA Youth Cup.
Yeah.
We were playing away in Oldham. So talk me through your rehab. It can be a bit of a long, slow process. How was it for you hitting your targets? Were they easy?
At first it was just like trying to get rid of all the pain that was in there. So I was starting on the bike, and that was all right. I couldn't feel much on that, and then he started to bring me on some like sort of functional leg weights to help strengthen it back up. But at first I could feel it being quite lengthy because the pain was only really slowly going down. So I thought I could be out for quite a long time here, just over a strain, which was quite annoying.
Yeah. So how long were you actually out for? Were you out for?
I was out for about a month, just trying to get over pain, and within about 2 weeks I stopped feeling pain, and he said, right, this is where we'll start like building you up, setting new targets, like getting fitter each week, getting higher on the treadmill and stuff like that.
I was going to say, which exercise do you feel that you got the most out of?
I'd probably say I have a cross trainer, which was very hard, and the treadmill on the hill runs. That was quite hard.
And when you first did it, you said that you had a lot of pain, but did you think it was going to be as difficult as you thought it would be getting on the bike and back onto the treadmill?
At first I thought if I get on the bike this is going to like maybe hurt it even more and sort of aggravate it more, but it sort of settled it down, which I was kind of surprised at. So I trusted Walshy in what I was doing.
Yeah. Because it's not just the physical side of rehab, there's also a lot of mentality to it, and it can be quite hard to overcome. Did it wear you down? Did it motivate you, knowing you was going to have 4 weeks out?
At first it did. At first he said, oh, just 10 days and then we'll get you back fit again, but he said we might be out for a bit longer than that, so that sort of like dragged me down a bit still, because I wanted to just get back on it and get going again. But yeah, kind of did weigh me down because obviously a bit lengthy time. You don't want to be out for long because you want to impress and get in the first team.
Exactly. Like so you get quite close to the physios, and Tom Walsh was the person who was treating you. How did he keep on track of your development?
He was always there when I was doing my exercises, making sure I was doing them proper, making sure I was pain free in them, making sure I was going up in weight, sort of build it up and get stronger. And then like the last few days he's been with me doing circuits and pitch runs outside, which is good because you get close to him and you get to know him better, and he's nice.
Good. So at what point did you see your biggest improvement? How many weeks in were you that you thought this is finally getting better now and you could feel it easing?
Probably within two weeks out of the 4 I could feel it sort of going. I sort of started to say to him, look, can we start getting fit again? Can we start building the weights up then? He said, yeah, if you're not feeling it then we'll get back on it.
That's good that you was ready to push for that as well. How now you're back fit in your training and you're back out with the team again, how do you feel your fitness levels are?
They're quite high. I was doing pitch runs yesterday and I wasn't blowing much at all apart from the last few, because he's really pushed me through the last probably 10 days on fitness, giving me hard exercises to do on the treadmill, cross trainer, outside with the circuits, just get me fitter and match fit to play. Good.
And sometimes when you're injured, you kind of come out of the team a bit, don't you? You come out of the dressing room and the atmosphere. Have you found it hard to get back in?
No, not all, because you're still around them on the training ground, and I always went out to watch them train. So you're sort of still around them. You don't really want to lose contact with them.
Yeah.
Because once you get back on the pitch, you want to be in with them, helping them out and stuff like that.
And finally, now you're back in and you're training, you'll have a kind of like a pre-ab programme, won't you, to make sure it doesn't come along again. What's that like?
It's just keeping on my leg weights, keeping on my functional leg weights as well, to help keep it strengthened, and yeah, that's all they're giving me, and just keep doing what you do.
Good.